Good morning, everyone. We'll wait for some time, okay? Participants still have to join. In the meantime, if you have any queries, any concerns on the topics that we discussed, please let me know. Raise your hand so that I will get to know if you have any queries. No queries? You don't have any queries? So you started working on this manufacturing project. Others, respond please. Abdul, Gaurav, Hemabin. You started working on this manufacturing project. Lakshmi. How do you feel? Is that, I mean, you're able to cope up, or else do you feel something difficulty? I'll share the Word document as well as a kind of a step-by-step process. I hope it will be helpful to you. Okay. I have covered the maximum DAX functions there. Please use the Word document to complete this project. Okay. Fine. So as I said, we will discuss few more DAX functions. Okay. So we completed this. Okay, 4 pages. These 4 pages is the manufacturing import build. We will discuss about some advanced DAX functions too. Okay, which is not as a project related. Okay, it's related to some advanced DAX functions. I hope you are able to see my screen, right? You're able to see my screen, right? Fine. So see here, these 4 pages I'm not touching. So I just added one new page. Okay. So I'm just giving the name as advanced DAX. Okay, few scenarios. So here I have taken a table chart, very simple table chart. Table chart. This is the table chart, right? Table chart. And I have added year as well as the total revenue. So if you are observing, we have an information from 2000 to 2015 and the total revenue for each and every year, how much it is generated. So 5.1 billion. Okay, the total revenue is 5.1 billion value. So let me do some cosmetic changes like font increase on the top of it. Hope you are able to see, right? That's total revenue only. Okay. Totals are not required. I'm just trying to turn off the totals. Total is not required. I'm just trying to turning off this total value. So from year 2000 to 2015, we are showcasing total revenue information. Fine. It's good. But if you are getting a requirement, something like if you want to get compare with, assume that you are in 2015, assume that you are the you are in 2015, this is the total revenue, right? 1.3 billion, 1.3 million. So I want to compare it with the previous year. That means 2014 value, which is available, that is 272 million value. Okay. I want to compare it side by side. Okay. Like current year with the previous year sales value, I want to compare it. Okay. As of now, you are reporting year-wise revenue, right? 2000 to 2015, year-wise revenue for each and every year. This is my revenue that has been calculated as per the available data. But if you want to compare it with the previous year, so as I said, the example 2015 is my current year, and this is my total revenue for 2015. I want to compare it with the previous year, that is side by side next to this. In such scenarios, we are going to use DAX calculation. Okay, we are going to use some advanced DAX calculations. So for comparison, so you are trying to compare it with the year. That means we are going to make use of time intelligence function. It is related to the date, correct? We are going to make use of time intelligence function, same period last year. So in 2015, this is my current sales, total revenue. I want to compare it at the same time. What is the last year sales value or else revenue year, revenue data? Okay. So let's try to create a measure. So please observe, this is very, very important functionalities on the interview point of view as well as the certification too. New measure. You are comparing with the current year sales with the previous year. Okay. That means last year also we can consider previous or last year. So total revenue last year, okay, is equal to calculate expression is total revenue, comma. So the here the filtration part we are going to use comparison. That is, I'm trying to compare with the current year with the previous year, right? We have a DAX function for the time intelligence, that is same period last year. Okay, same period last year function. Date table, date column. We can directly refer the date table, date column. If you're observing the syntax, right? Bracket, dates. We have the date table there. Date column is available. So what it is going to return? Returns a set of dates in the current selection from the previous year. So it will try to compare it as per the availability of the data for current year value with the previous year value. So I'm just trying to use date table, date column. Close the bracket, validate it. So I'm considering it as a measure. It's a number part. I'm trying to compare it with the current year revenue with the previous year. So I'm just deriving it as a total revenue last year. Calculate is the DAX function which will accept two parameters at a time. First one is expression. This is my expression, right? This is the expression. And for comparison, I'm just trying to make use of time intelligence function, same period last year. Okay, just try to drag and drop this. Fine. Let me remove the decimal points too. Decimals are not required. I'm just trying to remove the decimal points. Use the 1000 separator. Now you can check. So assume that 2001, this is my current year revenue, and I'm trying to compare it with the 2000 year. This is the 2000 value. Is that comparing? Is that 2000 total revenue? Is that matching in the 2001 line? Is this comparing here? This line. You have to focus from here because the data is getting available from 2000 to 2015. From 2001 onwards, I'm trying to comparing with the total revenue with the last year revenue. Understood? Like that, as I said, 2015 is the current year assumption. This is my total revenue, and I'm trying to compare it with the last year. Is this matching? Is these two are matching? You have to tell. Responses, please. Very simple calculation. See this? See here. Total revenue, same period at the same time period. What is the sales data? So we are trying to use the total revenue as the expression. It will be get compared and derive the output. So that's what we are doing here. So this is my last year revenue calculation. So as of now, I'm showcasing this visualization by using a table chart. In real time, right? They will expect whatever. Okay, for comparison part, most of the time we can make use of bar charts. Okay, let me showcase you the bar chart, clustered bar chart. Not this way, horizontally x-axis like this. This one. Clear? Plus line and clustered bar chart. See this, 2000 is, we don't have the previous year, so that's why it is only one single bar. And the next year onwards, from 2001 onwards, we are trying to compare it with the total revenue with the previous year revenue. Okay, so in this way, we can try to project the visualization. Got it? So for your representation, I just consider as a table chart. Okay. In real time, we can try to make use of, for the visualizations point of view, bar charts like this. Got it? Fine. Let me convert back to table chart. Fine. I have a query to you. I want to see the difference between the current year and the previous year. Difference between current year value and the previous year value. So how can we find it out? I want to see the difference. That means variance, mean value, difference value. How can we get the difference? Revenue difference. Can someone please respond? Is that a measure or calculated column? I want to see the difference between total revenue and last year revenue. So I just want to subtract it. The meaning is subtract between total revenue and the last year revenue. Still you are, Anusha, still you are in the calculated column only. So we are working on the numbers part, correct? Why it is required for the calculated column? We're just finding out the difference, right? Numbers. Total revenue measure is there. Last year revenue measure is also available. Just now we calculated, correct? So what we are expecting now, we are trying to find out the difference between total revenue and total revenue last year. In such scenarios, if it is a number, if you are working on a number related, it's a numbers only, right? Then we have to make use of calculated measure, not a column. Okay. Let's try to create one more new measure. Click on the new measure, select it, giving the name as revenue variance or sales variance also. We can consider as a sales also fine. Okay. Is equal to, using the next line to it, total revenue minus, simple difference only, right? Total revenue minus last year revenue. Validate it, validate. Try to drag and drop this measure. This is the revenue. So for 2000 year, we don't have the comparison. So we don't have anything. So it is coming as it is for 2000. From 2001 onwards, we are trying to subtract between the total revenue and the last year revenue. So this is the value. Let me remove the decimals too. So decimal points are there. I'm just trying to make it as a 0 and 1000 separating value. So we can see the positives and negatives between over the period of time. So my end user, he don't want to calculate by using some calculator or something. I'm providing the information, the difference between the current year revenue and the, what is the, they want to see the glimpse, right? I mean, at a time, they want to see the differences too. What is the current year sales value has been derived last year, and they want to compare it. In such scenarios, we are going to find out these type of calculations. Okay. Now I am going to see the percentages. Okay, how much? Maybe I'm interested to see the percentage wise calculation. So can someone please help me now? Percentage calculation, is that a measure or calculated column still? For percentages, the formula is percentage means divide. Sales variance divided by total revenue last year. That is the calculation. Okay. These are all information is available in the Word document. You don't need to worry about it. How can we get to know percentage means? In the Word document which I have shared with you, sales variance percentage. The name I have mentioned there, sales variance percentage. So here we are going to calculate percentage. How to calculate it? Difference value, that is revenue variance sales, okay, divided by total revenue last year. So how to get calculated this? Is that a calculated column or measure? Now again, I'm asking this question. The formula to calculate the percentage, variance, difference value, last column. This is the one, not a column. This is the measure, okay. Last measure divided by total revenue last year. How to get calculated? Is that a measure or calculated column? Responses, please, quickly. Measure only. You no need to work on the calculated column because it's not an condition we are deriving, or else maybe we are not working on the concatenated related activities on the categorical data. So try to click on the new measure, select the new measure. So the expectation is revenue variance percentage, okay, is equal to, so here var divided by total revenue last year. Validate it, try to drag and drop. So you are observing something like infinity, right? To get rid of this infinity values, that is division by zero error values, we will not use this operator. Okay, this operator, we will not use it. So in this scenario, you got an infinity because denominator is blank. Last year revenue is blank. Here you have to focus. So we are getting it as an infinity text info. To get rid of this infinity and make it as a 0, there is a DAX function. Name is dash. What is the DAX function name? Instead of using the slash divide operator, what is it? I already discussed, I told you. What is the function name? Yes. Divide is the function. Instead of using the slash operator, we can make use of comma divide function. That's what we discussed. Why divide function? To get rid of the division by zero errors, like this type of a scenarios, infinity errors, some different abnormal numbers, we can make use of divide function. Divide function, numerator is the difference value and the last year revenue, comma, denominator is total revenue last year. Close the bracket, validate it. That's it. I'm interested to see here as a 0. So just try to comma optional 0. Alternative result is 0. That's it. Got it? Instead of showcasing it as a blank, I'm interested to see the number as a 0. I just projected with a numerator, comma, denominator value, and the alternative value is 0. So that is what I'm expecting. On this value, I'm going to multiply with percentage. So 100. Select your explicit measure. This is our explicit measure, right? Select it and try to multiply with percentage measure 2. That's it. This is the values. So by using this analysis, you will come to know 2015 is giving the more negative revenue compared with the 2014. If you're observing this, maybe let me sort it out. You can see the more revenue, negative revenue, which has been generated on 2015 year. Okay, like that, the business or else the owners, they can try to take their decisions accordingly. Got it? Everyone clear about it, or else any questions up to this part? Is that clear? Responses, please. So you have to work on this accordingly. Total revenue you have to calculate. Last year revenue, revenue variance sales, which is nothing but a difference value, and then percentage calculation. So to calculate the percentage difference, that is the variance value divided by last year revenue. Okay, this is the percentage calculation. So for all the numbers which you are observing now here, I have considered it as a measure only, not a calculated column. Just to fix it in your mind. If you are working on a number and it is a mathematical thing, you have to create a measure, not a calculated column. Okay. You have to get to know the difference between still any questions or else concerns. Please let me know. Okay, it's very important. Next project we are going to work on the, access. We completed this. Next, we are moving on to the sales statistical analysis by connecting to SQL Server. Another project. Okay. Fine. Taking one more page. So see here. There is a chart, very important chart. If you are trying to visualizing the difference over the period of time, okay, in the form of a flow or else a waterfall, okay, in the form of a waterfall, you know, right? Step by step, waterfalls will become, seasons part. So in such type of a scenarios, if you have a difference over the period of time, in such type of a scenarios, we can try to utilize a chart name called waterfall chart. Let me showcase you that. See here, this is very important. Chart. How we are going to find out this waterfall chart? If you can go little down, sorry, here, waterfall chart is there. Waterfall chart. It's a kind of a step by step. So I haven't added any images. I haven't added any measures yet. So you can showcase something like a fall, right? Downfall or else a right side or else a positive or negative falls. So here in this example, I'm going to make use of the difference value, that is a sales difference value. Okay. And then on the x-axis part, I'm going to add, that is years. Please observe. Try to add date table year, date table, not this year. We have a date hierarchy here. Okay. Inside this date hierarchy, try to add this date table year hierarchy. So whenever you're trying to add, you are seeing on the left hand side corner below the year, increase, decrease, and total. That is nothing but a positive value or negative value and total value. So if you want to showcase both, like in a single visualization, the positives we have the positive sales as well as the negative sales. If you are observing here in the previous chart, right, previous page, we have both of it, both the numbers, positive numbers are there and negative numbers are also available. So I want to showcase both my positives and negatives over the period of time. That means with the defined colors, positive with green color, negative value with red color, defined colors. Okay. So in such type of a scenarios, we are going to make use of waterfall chart. Okay. Let's try to add the fields as well. Difference. See this? Over the period of time from 2000 to 2015. Let me avoid this blank data. Blank data is not required. I'm just trying to hide this one. Blank. On this visualization, I'm just trying to hide this blank data. So from 2000 to 2015, over the period of time, as a kind of a step by step, I can see the total analysis, that is the difference analysis for this value, revenue variance. Okay, let me add the data labels too. So we can call this waterfall chart as another name is bridge chart. Waterfall chart or bridge chart. Technical name is waterfall or bridge chart. It just looks like a bridge, and also sometimes it's a kind of a fall up or else fall down as per the values. For fall up, upwards, upward direction, we can consider by default color is the green color. If there is any negative metric, okay, difference value based on the negative values, by default it will be showcased as a decrease value, which is in red color. It's a defined colors, okay. So here we can see the colors. If you are observing this, data labels are just added, and columns, these are the colors, okay, positive, negative, and maybe if you want to showcase the variance, that means middle color, yellow color is there, and this is the total value. So the total value is 0.14. The variance difference, the overall difference is 0.14 billion. Okay. So in this way, we can try to showcase positives and negatives only. Sir, can I consider for this type of a charts by using total revenue? Total revenue, we don't have any positive or we don't have any negative value. So see here, is this looks like a good analysis, total revenue. I'm just trying to add the total revenue. Is this going to helpful to the business users? It's a positive, completely positive. There is no negative inside. So from starting 2000 to 2015, we are observing complete positive analysis. So where is the decrease or else the negative values? Got it? So this type of an analysis, statistical analysis, if you are working on a projects like, like a sales related, or else maybe if you are working on the finance related, we will make use of this waterfall chart. Understood? Is that clear? This is wrong. We will not use for a complete positive analysis a waterfall chart. We will use a normal chart like a bar chart will be that it's more than enough. We will not use this waterfall chart. If you want to showcase both the positives and negatives over the period of time, in such scenarios, please make sure that we are going to make use of waterfall chart or bridge chart. Got it? Everyone. So I have used the revenue variance sales. Can I use the revenue variance percentage? Can I get the both positives and negatives by using this variance percentage? Yes, no. For only the numbers, we are going to get the positives and negatives or percentages too. Responses, please, quickly. Quickly, please. So we don't have any negative values in the percentage. You can tell me by observing this. We can make use of it, right? For percentage calculations to here, both positives and negatives are the breakdowns. So try to make use of percentages calculations too. You can see the insight in this way. Understood? Is this visualization giving some meaningful, valid, or else real-time insight? Yes or no? So in such scenarios, if you want to visualize positives and negatives over the period of time, that means from 2000 to 2015, we can do with waterfall chart. We can showcase the color way. Okay, so that the end user, he will get where the sales are dipped and where the sales has been rising. Okay, it's an easy for them to take their decisions. Okay, fine. Let's try to add one more. I'm using the percentage here. Okay. I'm just trying to take a duplicate of it. This is for revenue variance. Try to calculate for the unit variance. Okay, unit variance, we can try to calculate it. So here itself, I will add for those two. Total units also I'll try to add it. Total units, just like a revenue. Okay. Just try to drag and drop the total units we already calculated. Can someone please help me? How can I calculate last year units? Total units I have added. How to calculate last year units? I just want to compare it side by side for that total units. It's a measure. Which function we are going to use for comparing last year units? Calculate is the function, main function here. Calculate is the main important function. Expression total units, comma, same period last year, date table, date column. Close the bracket, validate it. So like same period last year, which is time intelligence function. So as of now, very simple function it is. Okay, inside I'm directly calling the date table, date column, correct? So similar way, there is one more function which will get support similar way. Okay, same period last year. There is one more function name called date add function. So date add is one more DAX function. So here you are trying to compare it with the year wise, right? So we have a date table, date column. So try to call the date table, date column, comma, intervals. I want to compare it with the last year only. So I'm just trying to provide -1. Okay, -1 is nothing but interval. I want to compare it with the last year. Okay, comma. So here the interval part. So -1 you have provided. Do you want to compare it with the day wise? No. I'm not going to compare it with the month wise. No. Quarter? No. Year. Try to call that parameter year parameter. Okay, this is another function related for the time intelligence. So same period last year is the direct function. So same period which we are going to compare it with the current stats with the previous year. Date add function is one more function is there. So we have to pass three different parameters. Date, comma, interval is -1. I'm trying to compare it with the last year only. And what is the parameter? The last parameter is interval parameter we have to specify. Close the bracket, validate it. Okay. Just try to drag and drop. Try to drag and drop and use a comma separator. Okay. Comma separator. Same function, date add or same period last year. Both are same functions. Okay. Now I want to subtract it. Total revenue minus last year, sorry, total units minus last year units to find out the variance, unit variance difference. Try to make use of one more new measure. Click on the new measure. unit variance, total units minus last year units. Validated, drag and drop. Everyone following or else any confusions, concerns, please tell me. Everyone following here? So here we discussed for comparison of the year-wise analysis, okay, current year with the last year, two important functions. Same period last year is one function. Another one is date add function. So where we are going to pass three different parameters: date, number of intervals, and interval type. Any questions? Respond, please. Responses. Now I want to calculate the percentage. So how we are going to calculate the percentage? What is the function? I mean, formula. You know the function name. Divide is the function. What is the formula? Divide is fine, but what is the formula? Formula is just like how we define for the revenue. Okay. Unit variance is your numerator. Denominator is last year units. Okay. Last year units. It's again a measure. Click on the new measure. Unit variance percentage. Divide and unit variance, comma, last year units. Close the bracket, validate it, just try to drag and drop here. Okay, multiply with 100. So mistakes are, we will do into 100. No need to do it into 100. After doing 100, we will not get the percentage icon. You can see the percentage option, right? Icon is there next to the value. You will not get it. You will get the value, but you will not get the icon. So what we will do in the sense, in an automated way to get the percentage along with the number multiplied with 100, we can make use of select your explicit measure, select this percentage option. That's it. It will be multiplied with 100. Along with the icon also we can observe. Okay. Good. Below in the waterfall chart, I will try to add units variance. Okay. Variance. Got it. Above one is the percentage, revenue variance percentage, and below I'm reporting that unit variance value. Okay. So in this way, we can try to visualize it. Waterfall chart, very important. Actually, when you are working on showcase both the positives and negative sides of your data, we can consider this waterfall chart or bridge chart. Okay. I'm just taking one more page. So see here. Taking a simple chart table again. Let me drag and drop the date table year over year. Okay. It's coming as a sum. Is this the right? You have to tell. Sum of year. Are we going to do the summation on the table? I mean, year. Are we going to do the aggregation function on the year column? No. Okay. If you are getting a question something like year wise, can we do a summation on the year? Are we going to do an aggregation? No. Okay. We will not use it. Okay. So I will just try to make use of date table. We have an hierarchy. Okay, instead of using this, just try to make use of this year. So this is completely wrong. We will not do any aggregation on the year. Okay, important. Please remember. Fine. So total YTD, this functionality, total YTD, important. Please focus. So total YTD is one more time intelligence function. So you will get a question something like on the interview. Have you worked on the time intelligence functions? Yes. Same period last year, date at, okay, total YTD. These are all time intelligence functions. Even the dates YTD, which is a filter function. Okay. So total YTD is the one more function. So what it will do? So here, if you are observing, let me remove it. See here, if you want to see the overall value wise, the total, okay, inbuilt total value for each and every year segregation. Okay, each and every year we have a total, right? So we have an information from 2000 to 2015. So I want to see the individual wise year information, the total information, revenue. In such type of a scenarios, it is not a filter function. Okay, first of all, this is not a filter function. Total YTD is not a filter function. Okay, so inside you are passing the parameter and expression, that is revenue, and the filter. Here inside itself we have one more filter. We will call the date table date column. Okay, so try to call this expression revenue, total revenue, comma. Okay, it's not a filter function. We are not utilizing on the calculate or else a filter. It's a table function. Total YTD year to date is an table level function. Okay, there is a difference. Filter functions are different. Table functions. This is a table function. Inside the, total YTD, we are calling an expression. And there is again one more filter parameter is there. We can pass the filter parameter. That is date table, date column. Okay. Validate it. Just try to drag and drop. So these are the values. Okay. Let me drag and drop the total revenue also. See here. Is this both are matching or else something different? You can tell me this. Let me remove the blanks. The first row is a blank. Let me remove it. Not required. Is this giving the output similar to total revenue or else something different? But the total value, if you're observing, this is not a total revenue. Inside this one, I'm just asking on this comparison, total revenue YTD year to date and total revenue. These two, I want you to compare. Is this both are same? So this is an each and every year-wise filtration. The total YTD is getting filtered. Only it is projecting the total value of it. Okay. And coming to the total, it is showcasing 1.3 billion, the last year only. But this one is overall value. So from 2000 to 2015, it's get added and it is providing 5.12 billion value. Understood? So total revenue year to date function and total revenue is not same. You will get a question. So both the values are same, right? What is the difference? So total YTD, okay, total YTD, you can see the individual totals for each and every year. But total revenue, it will calculate each and every year and we can see the total value below. Okay, 5.12 billion. But total YTD is providing the last year, 2015 value, individual year, total year value. So please remember the difference. It's very important. Like that, if you want to calculate the quarterly wise, we have a different function. So total QTD, Okay, if you are working on the quarterly wise statistics, we have a function name called QTD. Okay, total QTD. Let me showcase you. Very simple functions. These are all time intelligence related only. Total revenue QTD is equal to, we will not use this time the calculate. We are not using any filtration there. So in the, main table level function itself, total QTD. Total QTD. The expression is we are calculating based on the revenue only, comma, date table, date column. Validate it. Just try to drag and drop it. QTD function. This is also one more time intelligence function. Okay, quarterly wise for each and every individual quarter wise, it's reporting. Understood? We are not getting any totals there. There is no total value for this. Okay. Like that monthly wise calculation. Suppose if you are trying to see the monthly statistics. Example. So what is this monthly in the sense? Let me copy this, duplicate it. And here month wise, date table, month name, we already calculated. Month wise. Let me calculate one more new measure. Total revenue MTD is equal to month to date function. Month for each and every month total wise we want to showcase the insight. So expression is total revenue, comma, date table, date column. Close the bracket, validate it, try to drag and drop. Monthly wise stats. Okay. So last 2015 years stats only. Let me remove it. This is the 2015. We have the 2015 up to June month stats. We have the total, 2015 latest year up to June month only. We don't have after that. See this insight. Please observe, this is a very important analysis. In 2015, we have the data up to June month. Okay, that's why it is showcasing up to June. After that, it is blank. We don't have any info inside. Okay, numbers are blank. See this 2015 we have up to June month only. Let me use one simple chart. See here. Total revenue. So I'm turning off this drill down. 2015 quarter 2. Which month is the last month? How many months data we have? Up to June. After this, we don't have any data. Correct? Are you with me? Everyone, are you following right? That's why in our previous chart also, it's visualizing on the monthly stats wise up to June. We don't have after that. Okay, we don't have any information after this. Got it? Important. These analyses are very important. Please observe. I hope it is clear, right? 2015, we have the stats up to June. So that's why the visualization, if you are using it as the total MTD monthly basis, individually we have an information. It's not a year, month. The June month is the latest info. June month, the total revenue is the latest stats. Okay. It's not overall statistics. Overall number we are not calculating. It's an individually 2015 year June month numbers. Okay, in such type of a scenarios, we are going to use total MTD, overall value MTD. Okay, fine. Save this one. I'm deleting this page. Up to this part, any questions, any concerns, please let me know. Any questions on these three pages we discussed? Do you have any questions? Is that clear to everyone? Clear? Yes. If you have any repetition required, please tell me. I'm ready to repeat, okay? Don't wait or else don't hesitate to ask. In a similar way, we can calculate, right? As of now, I have used total revenue YTD, correct? You can make use of last year revenue YTD also. So we already calculated last year. Yes, for only QTD calculate the latest year. It's not for only 2015, latest year you are observing the stats. This is the latest year. Suppose maybe I want to see the 2014. I have to add, I have to remove these things. Okay, let me remove these. You can see the other informations to see here. Total revenue I'm going to remove, and total revenue YTD also I'm just removing it. Latest year value we are observing, even the QTD, and latest year means 2015 is the latest as per the data. Suppose I want to visualize 2014 means I have to drag and drop the date, that is year, so that I can see 2014 numbers. Okay, let me see. Drag and drop the year. Use the slicer chart. Slicer. See here. You can see the 2006 total, right? Everyone, you are following, right? It's not the latest, 2006. Like that, maybe if I want to see the 2014, this is the total values. This is the QTD values, and this is monthly wise values. And 2015 latest, we have up to June month. These are the numbers. Everyone following, or else any questions? Please tell me. I'm just removing this. Like this, we already calculated last year revenue. Last year revenue we calculated. The similar way, last year, year to date also we can calculate. Year to date, I mean total YTD. Let me showcase that. See here. Please focus. Total revenue. Last year. First I will use the last year, okay. Last year total revenue YTD, year to date. To date is equal to. Can someone please guide me which function we are going to use? If it is an YTD, year to date, is that a calculate or else total YTD? Why calculate require? We already did, right? Last year revenue we calculated. Here I'm expecting year to date. In such type of a scenarios, no need to use calculate again. We already calculated last year revenue. Directly you can use total YTD. Total YTD inside last year revenue. Okay, we have to pass the last year stats, comma. So here What is a parameter? Second one, date table, date column. That's it. Validate it. Validate. You can drag and drop this parameter. Let me take from here. Just taking some another one. So this is my last year revenue. Just now I have calculated last year revenue year to date. Let's start equals YTD revenue YTD. So in this way we can get calculated. Okay. Both are looks same only, but the latest year value, okay, individually it's getting calculated. Suppose if you can try to turn on the values, right, the total value, turn on this total value, you can see the latest number. 2015 is the latest year, but this is overall value calculation. 4.9 billion is completely summed up, okay, aggregated, okay, and we are showcasing the 4.990 some value, and this is an individually it's getting summed up. So individually the latest year is 272.629. This is the latest 2015 value. Understood? You're getting the idea, right? Everyone. Last year revenue we calculated, and we have just calculated last year revenue year to date. Each and every individual year total sales. Okay. Similarly, I'm expecting from everyone, okay, try to do the calculation for units also. Units, unit. I'm just trying to create it quickly. See here, unit. Last year units we already calculated. I want to see the stats for last year units year to date. Okay. Last year units by TD is equal to, don't use any calculate function, okay, it's not require any calculate, directly use year to date, right, year to date total YTD, okay, total YTD last year units, you have to call this units comma date table date column, close the bracket and validate it, okay, validate it, and this is the numbers. Maybe if you are trying to drag and drop last year units, I'm just trying to drag and drop here. These are the values. Use the comma separator. Following everyone, you are feeling comfortable, right? Or else able to understand, or else any, I mean, like if you are facing some trouble, miss, let me know if you're trying to understand part or else somewhere. If there is any problem, please tell me. I'm ready to repeat. So these are all calculations I have added, I have documented, I have shared with you. Please go through it. Okay. Please go through it. These are all calculations I have added in the document. So by Monday, I'm expecting from everyone. This time, don't share the snapshots to me. I'm expecting the PBX file from your end. Okay. I'm not expecting the snapshots this time. Expecting the PBX file so that I can validate your file, the formula that you have used. Okay. It's not a look and feel. I want to see the formulas, how we have been utilized or else used. Can I expect that Monday? Responses, please. I'm stopping my screen sharing. Fine. Any questions, concerns? Raise your hand, please. Do you have any questions? How can we open a PBX file? I will share it. I will share it right now. See here, I'm sharing the PBX files with you, right? Correct? PBX file. I'm sharing some PBX files with you, correct? So this is your folder. Inside, this is my PBX file. Don't open it, okay? Just try to right click on the top of it, download. Don't open it, don't select it. Something like this. These are the backend files, okay? These are all backend files. Don't open it. Backend files, model, diagram layout, metadata, data about the data, security part. And even you can download it from here. That works. Okay. Don't open this, and you cannot download these individuals. Okay, individual backend. Okay, backend functionality. Either right click on the top of it, download, or double click this PBX file, use the option download. Clear? Is it clear to you? Yeah, Monday is, I think, no class. Monday is holiday, right? Yes, correct. I forget to convey. I think holiday, but I'm not sure. I have to check with Naresh IT. National holiday is correct. Maximum, we will not have a session. Second, we will connect in third. Okay. And fourth, I'm not taking the session. Okay. Next, well, sorry, it's still September, right? Sorry. Fourth, I'm not going to take a session. Fourth, I'm actually early morning. I have a call. Okay, from 7:30 at the same time, office related. So fourth, we don't have the session. Please update to update. And also, right at this time, right, this batch people, I don't know whether they have created the WhatsApp group or not. Please make sure that create one WhatsApp group. Okay, take a volunteer some event. Okay, initiate something and start creating the WhatsApp group so that you all will be synced up together, not miss anything. Okay. Fourth, I'm not taking the session. Fifth and sixth, even seventh also, I'm going to take the session. Okay. Expecting this batch to be get completed on or before 14th. Okay. Or else maybe the 21st. If it's not possible, 14th, 21st. Understood, everyone? One more project we are going to discuss, that is sales statistical analysis by connecting SQL Server, expecting to get completed 14th max or 21st last deadline. Gaurav, is that okay to download this PBX file, or else still any questions? I'm sharing some important documentations to you. Okay, DAX quick guide and DAX info. These are all like confidential files. Please don't share it with anyone. Okay, it's confidential. The name itself confidential. Please keep it at your end. Okay. After downloading, how can you open? See here, I'm downloading right away before. See this? Download. Download anyway. Save it somewhere. Maybe I'm just trying to save it on my desktop. Big file, 52 MB. Just try to open it from here. That's it, right? Direct double click on this and open it. That's it. Correct? Okay. Just like this, it's getting opened. This is the file. Okay, Gaurav? Fine. Thanks for joining. Have a nice day. We'll connect not Monday, Tuesday. Okay, maybe second, we have a national holiday. Third, we'll get connected on third. So, but expecting from your end, please start sharing this PBX files, not Excel files or as some snapshot. Okay, try to share the PBIX file. Third, on or before third. Okay, thanks for joining. Have a nice day and happy weekend.